Have you ever heard of a bookstore that only opens at midnight? A bookstore where rows upon rows of books document your entire life, including the ones you haven't lived yet. It sounds like a tale to scare children or a legend born from the fevered minds of overactive imaginations. But I know better. I've experienced it firsthand. Growing up in a bustling city, I'd always considered myself immune to superstitions, ghost stories, myths and legends. They were all fodder for entertainment, nothing more. I was a book lover and a literature student. My fascination lay in the power of storytelling, the art of weaving words to create worlds and evoke emotions. Then I moved into a campus dormitory, sharing a room with Arjun, a storyteller himself, who thrived on the macabre and the mystical. One evening, while nestled in our dorm, Arjun recounted a local legend about a bookstore in the nearby alleyways of our campus. It was rumored to open once a year, only at midnight, offering visitors books that seemed to possess a strange, unsettling sentience. I listened, intrigued but skeptical. Arjun, with his dramatic flair, painted a vivid picture of the bookstore's eerie ambience. He described how its shelves seemed to stretch endlessly into the darkness, filled with books that whispered secrets and prophecies. I laughed at the time, dismissing it as a mere figment of his creative imagination. However, the image of the mysterious bookstore refused to fade from my thoughts. Days turned into weeks, and I found myself inexplicably drawn to the idea of visiting this mythical establishment. Was it curiosity, boredom, or something more profound that I couldn't quite put my finger on? I wasn't sure. Meanwhile, Arjun reveled in my growing interest, teasing me with additional details about the bookstore and its uncanny allure. He claimed that certain books in the store contained prophecies about one's future, while others documented one's entire life story, both past and future. My skepticism warred with my curiosity, creating a constant internal conflict. One night, unable to resist the enigmatic pull of the bookstore, I decided to investigate. As the clock struck 12, I quietly slipped out of the dormitory, careful not to wake Arjun. I walked along the deserted streets, my footsteps echoing in the stillness of the night. Soon I found myself standing before a dilapidated building, its windows boarded up, its entrance concealed by a heavy iron gate. Despite the structure's apparent neglect, I could have sworn I saw a faint glow emanating from within its depths. With trembling hands, I pushed open the gate and stepped inside. The air immediately grew colder, sending shivers down my spine. I hesitantly pushed open the door and entered. The interior was dimly lit by flickering lamps suspended from the ceiling. Their light revealed towering bookshelves that stretched as far as I could see into the gloom. My heart pounded in my chest as I approached the shelves, their titles promising tales that were both intriguing and terrifying. As I reached out to touch one of the books, a deep voice startled me. "Curious, aren't you?" I turned to find a tall, gaunt man standing behind me. His face was pale, almost translucent, and his eyes gleamed with an eerie light. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice trembling slightly. "I am the guardian of this place," he replied cryptically, "and these are no ordinary books. Each holds a story that reflects a part of your life." He gestured for me to pick up a book, and as I did, I felt an unexpected jolt, as though the book itself were reaching out to me. Opening it, I found that it contained the story of my childhood, detailing events, emotions, and even thoughts I had long forgotten. I stared in disbelief at the words written in my own handwriting. How could this book hold my memories? The guardian leaned closer, his voice barely a whisper. "These books contain not only your past, but your future as well." His words sent a chill down my spine, and I quickly closed the book, my mind racing. Could these prophecies guide me, shape my destiny, or lead me to my doom? Despite the fear that gnawed at my insides, I couldn't bring myself to leave. I had come too far and uncovered too much to turn back now. With trembling hands, I reached for another book. This one felt different, colder, its leather cover unnaturally smooth. As I delved deeper into the labyrinth of the bookstore, I discovered more about myself, about the interconnectedness of past, present, and future. Each book I touched presented a new facet of my life, revealing secrets I had buried deep within myself. I encountered fragments of conversations, moments of joy, sorrow, and everything in between. Some entries were mundane, detailing everyday occurrences that seemed insignificant, while others contained hidden truths that shook me to my core. The keeper reappeared silently at my side, his presence a constant reminder of the enigmatic nature of the bookstore and its books. He offered cryptic insights into the store's purpose, suggesting that it was a place where stories intertwined and destinies converged. However, he warned me of the potential dangers of meddling with fate, urging me to tread carefully. But I was captivated, enthralled by the sheer volume of information contained within these books. I continued exploring, discovering more about myself and the intricate tapestry of life. But a nagging question lingered in my mind. Why was I chosen to visit this extraordinary place? What was the significance of my journey into the heart of the bookstore? Days turned into weeks, and I became a regular visitor to the bookstore. I found solace in the keeper's quiet wisdom and the endless supply of stories that unfolded before me. But I could unshake off the feeling that there was more to my connection with the bookstore than I was initially letting myself believe. Then one day, as I was poring over a particularly intriguing book, I noticed a recurring symbol, a series of intertwined circles and lines that seemed to hold a deeper meaning. Intrigued, I decided to follow this motif throughout the bookstore. To my surprise, I found that each book bearing the symbol contained a prophecy, a prediction about my future. At first, the prophecies were benign, offering glimpses of happy moments, achievements, and opportunities. But as I delved deeper into the bookstore's mysteries, I uncovered darker prophecies, warnings of danger, loss, and sacrifice. Fear clutched at my heart, but I knew I couldn't ignore these warnings. They were a part of my story, woven into the fabric of my life. I shared my discovery with the keeper, and he nodded understandingly. The balance must be acknowledged, Kiran. Life is not just about joy and success. It's also about facing challenges and embracing the full spectrum of human emotion. His words resonated with me, and I realized that these prophecies weren't meant to frighten me, but to prepare me. They were a roadmap, guiding me toward my destiny, offering a chance for me to learn and grow. The realization brought a sense of clarity and purpose to my life. I understood that my journey through the bookstore was not merely a whimsical adventure, but a profound exploration of my existence. It was a reminder that every choice, every moment, and every emotion had a role to play in shaping who I was and who I was becoming. In the end, it was the keeper who taught me the most valuable lesson. He showed me that life was a collection of stories, and I had the power to shape my own narrative. It was a lesson that transcended the boundaries of the bookstore and echoed in every aspect of my life. From that day on, I embraced my journey with renewed determination, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that every obstacle was an opportunity to learn and grow. And though the bookstore remained a secret close to my heart, its lessons reverberated through every choice I made, every dream I pursued, and every challenge I overcame. So if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, remember the words of the keeper: embrace your journey, for it is in the tapestry of your experiences that life finds its beauty and meaning. And that concludes today's episode. If you enjoyed this haunting tale, please don't forget to show your support. Your engagement means the world to us and inspires us to keep weaving these captivating narratives. Until next time, happy reading.